I have actually used one in the clinic, but it was a long, long time ago. So there are people that have these for home use that have like maybe a lymphedema issue and will have it at home, because what kind of treatment times are we looking at? Somebody remember what kind of treatment times we might be looking at?
What kind of what?
Treatment times, how long you might be on this. So not just like how many times, how long is it inflated and deflated, but for how long would you actually be wearing the thing? You could be wearing it for multiple hours at a time, 2 to 3 hours and more for a compression device. Some of the real aggressive, your book says that some of the real aggressive, I'm going to lose these later, so now that you guys are videotaping this, you'll be able to go back and tell me where my glasses are. The book says that some of your real aggressive treatments might be 2 to 3 hours, 3 times a day, plus 6 hours while you're asleep. So depending on what you're trying to accomplish or how bad your edema is, there could be lots of, it could be fairly time consuming. So you could use this post-injury, you know, twisted ankle, or you could use it venous ulcers. You know, if I've got venous stasis ulcers, prop that leg up, use the compression, reduce some of that, get some of that fluid back into my lymphatic system. So there's lots of different reasons I could use them. Treatment pressures, you read through your book, I'm looking at page 334 of that physical agents book. The parameters are all over the place as far as how much pressure. In general, you're going to have some kind of, so what I would want to do if I'm in a clinic, because you're going to forget what I told you here today, is if someone wants you to do this for someone, you figure out what it's for, and then you're going to go back to a reference book or to another clinician or to Google and look up what are treatment parameters for this. In general, we're going to be, the diastolic pressure is going to have to be involved. So some places you'll read will say just above diastolic. For some things that you want to do it, it's going to be just below diastolic. You're never going to exceed systolic pressure. Okay. Most of these tools are, they can be 1 chamber, they can be 3 chambers, pretty standard. They can be as high as 12 chambered. They've got, it's fairly firm and non-giving. People are going to sweat in these, so we usually like to get something between the person's skin and this. So oftentimes we'll use this, and this is just stockinette. It's just a tube of cloth, and it comes in different diameters. It comes in like 1 inch and 3 inch and 4 inch and 6 inch, and it comes in great big huge long rolls. It comes in like a big fire hose reel, and you just reel off however much you need and cut it and slide it on them. You can cut them. They use this when they do casts. They'll pull off some of this, and then they'll cut a hole for the person's thumb, and then they'll put the plaster or fiberglass down over it, and then they pull up the edge, and now you're starting to recognize it, aren't you? And then they put that around the edge, and you've got a nice barrier between you and your casting material.
Is that stockinette, is that what, like people that have total knee replacement, and I see them, is that the same?
Okay, so she just asked, is that the same as stockinette? No, because stockinette doesn't really provide much compression.
Okay.
And it actually